All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. It seems like deja vu all over again. I see the smile on OJ Simpson's face, and I probably can also see the horror on other people's faces that, oh my gosh, what have they done again, right? So, you guys know OJ Simpson, the football Hall of Fame football player. He's been popular. He's been in the media since he was about 19 years old. I think it was from Ohio State University. Played in the NFL, did a great, one of the legends in the NFL, running back. And then he married Nicole Simpson, and then they had the fairy tale life in Hollywood, and then you go to one day, O.J. Simpson's Bronco is riding on the highway in L.A. and cops are chasing behind him, and we then they're trying to get him for attempted murder or murder, actually murder, and trying to figure out this case of Nicole Simpson dying, and he goes to trial, and Johnny Cochran at that time was his lawyer, and he had other people there. Kim Kardashian's dad. Okay, the Kardashian dad was there. At the time, not Bruce Jenner, because that's a Jenner. He's Jenner. He's not a Kardashian, right? So the Kardashian dad was a lawyer, and he was with OJ. OJ was part of the family, and they were good friends and part of the family. Some people even think that Khloe Kardashian could be OJ's daughter, because she has that built, she's built differently than than Kim or the other girl. I don't know the other girl's name, but the oldest one. Okay, they're built more like they're, well, I guess, well, Kim has had some enhancements, so that's a little bit different. But Chloe's always been like looked like a, big, boned, girl, right? And so people said something is different between her and the others, right? So it could, we don't know who born Chloe. Could have been OJ. We don't know, right? But they were all family and close back then. They called him Uncle OJ, and yeah. So he went to trial. The gloves didn't fit, and he was found not guilty of murder, and people went crazy. You had some people cheering. You had some people disgusted that he got away with murder. And then he gets out, he's enjoying his life, and all of a sudden, here he goes again. Him and several other people are going into a store to get his items, but they did it with guns. If they didn't do it with guns, I think it would have been a whole different story, but they went in there with guns, and it became an armed robbery. And then, of course, people started snitching on each other. He did it. He designed it. He told us to do this, right? And so everybody was pinning it on OJ. And a lot of people said that's what OJ gets for hanging around, for basically telling the black community to basically f off, right? And I'm going to be with the white community. And so a lot of black people came out at that time and said that's what you get. Because when the court system comes down, and people's lives are in jeopardy, they're going to be telling on the black man, right? And so and then you had the white people also saying this is what they all get, right? So it was very, very confusing at that time. No one knew why OJ was doing what he was doing, and why he had, but OJ said those were my items, and I was going to get back my items. Now, we don't know how and why those items were in that shop. Maybe OJ owed a lot of money to the lawyers fees, and courtroom fees, and just fees in general, and he couldn't pay it, so they took his items to pay for all the stuff that he owed. Back then there wasn't any blogs sites. There wasn't, back then websites weren't popping like that. There wasn't any Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And so and I think there was MySpace, but I can't remember. But anyways, So maybe that's when he probably didn't wasn't making enough money and to pay all that debt that he owed, and so they took his memorabilia, and so they went in there with guns. If they didn't go in there with guns, they would have been. I think they would have been okay. And, they probably would have been the charges would have been dropped, or they would have to pay some type of fine, or maybe a year or two in prison. But they went in there with guns. It then became a armed robbery for OJ's stuff back, and it was the stupidest decision. It seemed like it was planned all wrong too. A bunch of old guys, with OJ Simpson going in to try to get memorabilia with guns. I mean, it looked like an Ocean's 11 type of movie or a script. It was just bad. So yeah, so that's what happened. And then so because it was an armed robbery, OJ received about 33 years in prison. So he was going to be doing life. Okay, so yeah, but you know how the system is. If you get good behavior, you can cut down 33 years to early parole. You can cut your time in half, right? So just because people say, "Oh, you're going in for 10 years," if the judge tells you 10 years, you know that good behavior. If you go in there and you have good behavior, you can get out in 5 or less, right? You can get out in 3, actually. So that's a lot of the things that the media doesn't tell people, is that just because somebody got thrown 15 years doesn't mean they're gonna stay in 15 years. They can get out in 5, right? With good behavior and other tricks of the trade and early parole and things like that. So that's what OJ did. He went into jail. He stayed clean. He didn't bother nobody. Looks like everybody respected him because they knew it was OJ Simpson, and he got those good credits. And when it's up for parole, everything on his sheet was perfect and clean, and he had good behavior. And so the parole staff said, "There's nothing we can do. We gotta." He can get early parole. He can get out of the prison, and they're going to set the date for October 1st for O.J. Simpson to leave prison. And yeah, so he's been on good behavior, and they couldn't find anything negative. So it's like he's eligible for parole. Let him out. So he did his time in 9 years and armed robbery, and he did good inside the prison. So they're letting him out. And so a lot of people are like, "Oh my goodness, he's getting out. What is he gonna do next? Who might he hurt next? Who might he kill next?" I think OJ might be at the age where he's over that, and the reason why I'm saying that is because now he's gonna be able to tap into wealth that he couldn't have tapped into back 9 years ago. Okay, so back then, when he went, I guess when he went in. I guess there was Facebook 9 years. I mean, we're in 2000. Since 9 years ago was what 2010, 2008. Yeah, there was Facebook, right? Facebook, I think. I can't remember how old is Facebook. Yeah, I think there was Facebook back then, 2008. Okay, but then of course Facebook wasn't making anybody any money. There was no Instagram and all the other and Twitter and stuff. I'm not sure. 2008. I can't even remember. That seems like so long ago. Either way, OJ Simpson is going to come out of prison October 1st, and there's going to be so much opportunities for him to make money this time than it was back then. Okay, so coming up in the late 90s and early 2000s and mid 2000s, there's way more money to be made now on social media for him. OJ Simpson is going to be on Twitter. OJ Simpson is going to be on Instagram. OJ Simpson is going to be on blogs. OJ Simpson is going to have his own YouTube channel. OJ Simpson is going to have a reality TV show. They're probably going to pay him $1 million up front, maybe $2 million to follow him around. People are going to want to pay this man $3-4 million just to follow him around his new life, right? And so, hey, they did it with with the Kardashian, with Jenner, right? With Bruce Jenner to becoming Caitlyn. They gave Bruce a whole bunch of money just to follow the transition. So they're gonna give OJ Simpson $3-5 million just to follow him around, reunite with his family members and friends, go through the neighborhoods. Maybe he will do a documentary on ESPN. They'll probably pay him $500,000 to do a documentary of the new OJ life. I mean, this guy's going to be getting thrown at least $20 million his way the first year he's out of prison. So it's a whole different ball game now for him because of the blog sites, the social media sites that make people a lot of money. Also, you can get on YouTube and make your own channel, and he's gonna have a lot of chances to make a lot of money, a lot of series, the OJ series, and all the other things. He probably has royalties coming to him from the OJ movie and all the other things that people have used his name for. I'm pretty sure he's lawyered up on that, and they had to ask him, of course, to do that. So I'm pretty sure he got a bunch of money that's going to be given to him in royalties for all those for the movies and all the things that they have done on it with his name. So it's going to be a different story coming out this time for OJ. So I think he's going to be done with the antics and with the trying to hurt people or trying to get his stuff back or whatever. I think this time he's going to have money. They're going to be throwing money his way. And I think this time he's just going to just relax and chill and and just live out the rest of his life. Maybe he'll be working out, try to stay in shape, because now, he was in jail, so he should have been working out anyways. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to work out, take supplements, go to spa, go to things like that, and try to stay as young and youthful as possible. To live as long as he can. And that's the next step now for him. Coming out is to reunite with family and friends. Check out the families, which is the Kardashians and other people as well. Check everybody out. See if everybody's good. Check in with the lawyers, with the parolees. Live healthy. And then see what deals that he can do on the table that are going to be on the table for him. Pick the best ones and bring the money in and just live out his life. In LA or Florida. Okay, playing golf, relaxing, chilling. And just staying away from doing stupid stuff, right? So that's O.J. Simpson's story in a nutshell. You can see him smiling there as they grant him parole after 9 years in prison. He was supposed to do 33 years. He's getting out in 9. That's really good. That means he was in good behavior and he did everything they asked him to. And so now, he needs to make sure that when he gets out on parole, and I don't know how long the parole is going to last. Maybe it might be 3 years of parole. It could be a year of parole as he out as a free man. I don't know. But he's got to make sure he stays clean. I'm pretty sure they're going to have drug tests and all these things on a weekly basis. He's got to check in with the parole officer, and he's got to stay clean. He's got to, stay out of trouble, and just do what you're supposed to do, right? And that's it. Okay, so look at this guy. It looks kind of funny. This actually looks like 1980s. This look. I mean, we're in 2017. You would never notice it, right? Look at the chairs. Look at the cabinet thing here. Look at the officer's haircut. I mean, and look at what OJ's wearing. I mean, it looks like we're in 1975 in Arkansas. Like, it's something like, this is crazy, right? We're in 2017. You would never notice it if you look at this picture, right? So that's kind of weird. Also, there's a bunch of technology that OJ doesn't know anything about. Now, of course, in prison, he's probably treated very well because he's OJ Simpson. And so he probably knows the latest technology. A lot of these prisons do know the latest technology now. They let them use computers, laptops, desktops, all types of stuff. So you know what I mean? So they watch TV, and a lot of times these prisons are better than living conditions than some of the places that many people are living in, right? They got cable TV. They get to watch the finals, NBA finals, the Super Bowl. Like they get to do all this stuff. Like, they know about a lot of the things that are going on. Of course, there's a lot of things they don't know about. And of course, OJ will get reacquainted with that as he comes out on October. And I'm pretty sure the media will be all over it. There will probably be almost 100,000 media around OJ as he's walking out in October. It's going to be a crazy scene when O.J. Simpson walks out as a free man, after 9 years, and he looks thinner than he did before, because he was getting a little chubby there for a second, but now he's a lot thinner than he was before. So he's getting in great shape. He knows he's getting out, so that he's probably was motivated to get in shape, and work out and just buy some time. And so so I'm pretty sure he's going to continue that lifestyle. The money's going to be thrown his way to do stuff, a lot of reality TV and all that type of other different stuff. So I know some of you guys are angry, some of you guys are happy, some of you guys are right in the middle, and some of you guys don't care, right? But it's going to be all over the media. It's going to be all over social media. O.J. Simpson's getting out, and I'm not black. I'm O.J. Oh, my gosh. And then of course you're gonna have the people that go, oh my God, O.J. Simpson is out. You're gonna have those type of people that go like, oh my God, hide your kids, hide your wife. O.J. Simpson is out, and even hide yourself. And then you're gonna have the people that say, oh my God, O.J. Simpson is out. How dare they bring him out? They should feed him to the dogs, right? So you're gonna have those type of people too. Okay, so everybody has their own opinion, their own emotions about O.J. Simpson. But yeah, he's getting out October 1st. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, he just gets back into society and he just keeps his nose clean until the end of his life. Okay, and he can at least leave that type of legacy for the end of his life. People think that he did it right, and then of course he was caught with the armed robbery with other people, and that was a group effort. And then so now, if he just comes out and does what he's supposed to do, he's gonna have money, right? Because everybody's gonna throw money his way to do reality and all the other things. If he just lives chill and just lives out his life as a decent human being, a lot of people are gonna remember that part as well. That he made mistakes, but he lived the rest of his life a good citizen, a good man, and he even gives back to the community as well, so he can go out the right way. All right, so that's what we want, as men and women of God, for people to when they make mistakes, they turn around and they live out the rest of the life awesome. Okay, because it's one thing to live great and then before you die, you commit murder and then you die, right? that erases all the 80 years you lived it righteously, right? So so if you make mistakes, if O.J. can live the next 20 years, 15, 20 years of his life perfectly fine and stable and even giving back and maybe helping kids and helping others and speaking about his life, speaking about what he did, speaking about the things he's done, because definitely going to be getting speaking engagements as well for big money. So he can speak about those stuff, change people around, tell people he did wrong and keep it moving. And I think he can go out the right way. Okay, so that's it for me. And hide your kids, hide your wife, hide yourself. O.J. Simpson. I'm not black. I'm O.J. Eyes open.